Let's go, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Happy Bloomin' Waters Day, guys. My GameStop will be getting it today because I'm such a low IQ turd. I actually spent all morning, yesterday morning, waiting for Bloomin' Waters. I didn't even look it up. I got so excited. I got up and I raced to GameStop. I didn't eat. I shipped out a bunch of cards. I also had a horrible experience yesterday. So this video, we're going to be talking about, I am going to get my Bloomin' Waters though. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But and I'm also going to clip an interesting Walmart clip from an associate that does some of the vendoring distribution stuff, who's going to let us know like kind of what goes on sometimes. All right, guys, so I just popped in here and somebody that deals with some of the vendoring and distribution at these stores was in here. And I told him like, hey, I'm in here like every single week, every day, and there's never any product. I mean, y'all can see there's no Pokemon stuff at all. And so out of respect for him, I'm not going to put him on camera, but I want you guys to hear what he has to say about when you get out here. I know I've always talked about the early bird gets the worm, but that might not necessarily be the case. And obviously it's going to go case by case, store by store basis. But just listen to this.
Some of these vendors realize that they are being followed. They see the same people at the same stores. Obviously they can't speak up, but they're very frustrated about it. Some of them will change their schedule. With my company a couple years ago, I actually was a stocker for the sports cards, and we got a memo from the company that actually asked us to look around and underneath our car to see if we had tracking devices on them. True story. And but it's some of these vendors will actually change their schedule. There was a point that my company asked me they actually offered us an opportunity going to work either after 4 in the morning or 4 a.m. Or go in after 11 to stock to avoid these problems as well. So some of the stores, you guys know it out there, a couple years ago, there's bad raps. Guys that were coming in looking for cars, literally, there's a store I knew that they got in a couple of fights for breaking out here and there, and the store wanted to discontinue.
We're seeing a lot of that recently too.
Walmart's actually talking about discontinuing it. I can't see that happening, but I've seen a couple of Walmarts that don't carry the cards anymore. So it's interesting.
That's what it comes to for a while. That's what it comes to. I appreciate you speaking on that,
yeah, man,
and giving you guys some insight that I guess you just have to be super persistent.
What does Ricky Bobby say? You're either first or you're last.
You're either first or you're last. All right, guys, do that with what you will. I'm going to go into the toy aisle and see if we can strike out there. All right, guys, so I just picked up some toys. Considering they didn't have anything else, I know Aspen will at least be happy to have some stuff to play with, and so we don't leave empty-handed. Additionally, we did get that footage. Wow, my hair is really in my face. We did get that footage with one of the vendor distributor people. So we know that it's not always going to be a guarantee when you come at certain times. And the people are like trying to track that activity, which is kind of weird. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted when we actually finally get products. All right, peace. All right, we're here, boys. Let's see if anybody's in line. Oh, no one's in line. So I'm definitely the only person who's going to be waiting for this box today. Go over this collection of cards I just picked up from one of the shops. It's pretty gnarly. There's one card in here that somebody off eBay sent me, but other than that, everything else came from the shop, and it's a pretty insane deal for 220 bucks. I got this whole stack of cards, and we got what I was fanning out in the beginning of the video. I'm not even gonna do a POV, guys. I'm just gonna show you guys the cards that I got, because I already sold this Flareon right here, which I know the market right now is kind of all over the place. People don't like to buy cards right when a set comes out. I don't believe in that. I think if you can get in early enough and get a good enough deal, you can still make money on the hype as the set is released. But okay, we got yesterday for $220, we got all of this. We got We got our Flareon. Freaking focus. To focus in on the Flareon. We got the Flareon. Guys. Dear Lord, please focus. We got Flareon. We got the SIR Palafin, right? All this for $220. We got the Teal Mask, Blaziken VMAX. We got a Fampy. We got this one I got off of eBay. So, yo, shout out to the homie for sending this on eBay. I only paid $30 for this. So again, same trend, getting cards on a release super cheap. This one is going to be graded. Every time I get from you, homie, yo, shout out, you know exactly who you are. Every time I get from you, homie, dude, everything you send me is super gradable. I'm super happy about it. You are one of the luckiest people around, I swear. This guy, he doesn't grade. He hooks me up on stuff, and I'll give him advice if he does want to grade, like nothing against it, but he pulls some of the hottest cards and then just puts them up on eBay immediately. And they're always well-centered, and they barely ever have any wear on the back. And this Iron Valiant is honestly absolutely amazing. This thing is incredible. I'm not big on the futuristic Pokemon, but oh my god, dude, this thing is insane. The Iron Valiant, honestly, like, the thing is insane. All right, and then we pulled. So this EV was not included either. We pulled this on the stream, but I am just going over some recent cards. Well, pulled it. It was the promo. I don't think it's grade worthy. I think these are going to be worth a lot of money, these promos, because they're honestly going to be tough to grade. All the corners had like little white dots, so I don't know if I'm going to grade that one. I might just sell it. We pulled the Munkidori from Shrouded Fable. Unfortunately, it broke my heart to know that this Munkidori was so undervalued. So this Munkidori I'll probably actually not grade or sell immediately. I'll probably hold on to the Munkidori for a while and see if that price rises, because for an SIR, that's too cheap. Okay, and we're back to our initial stack. So we got that stack right there. Pretty awesome. I really wanted the Fampy. I'm a huge Blaziken VMAX fan. I've got, I think, another 2 of those are getting graded. And then we got this whole stack right here, which also, I should have included the IRs in there because the IRs are good, but this is already in an auction. This Flareon, by the way, already sold. This Flareon has been sold for $325, guys. Pretty good price point to get the Flareon on. $325, guys. And then we got this whole stack. Again, we're just going to flip through these. Vintage. Honestly, kind of a fire vintage card to start off with. We got a Palafin IR. We got this, I don't even know what that's called. Tarantula IR. What's cool about this Tarantula that I hadn't noticed before is the fact that, and this one definitely has some little micro scratches on it. Definitely is not getting a 10 by any means, but I never noticed the freaking Scyther up top. Bro, the Tarantula is fire. Buy the Tarantula just for the Scyther alone. So I will be looking for this card to get graded with a green graded guard with that Scyther. That's going to be sick. But yeah, they really don't value these for anything at one of the shops I go to, and I love that because there's value in all this stuff. Reverse, we got some Prismatic, Full Art, Astral Full Art Beedrill. I love this Full Art Beedrill. Focus, he's sick. Gita, I would normally give you guys a different POV, but again, we're really, I kind of am in a hurry. Paldean Fates, Pidgeot. So, okay. Back on, okay, we had Iron Tusk, the Arcanine Full Art from Scarlet Violet base. We got some Scarlet Violet base cards here that are really nice. A bunch of EXs, some Radiants, more EXs. I don't know if you guys can see this with me. Let's just go over these. A bunch of EXs from Prismatic. That's Stellar Crown. Yeah, Stellar Crown, Skeledirge. A bunch of EXs. We got Full Art Hassel. More EXs, stuff that's good for people to build decks, some Kingdra EXs, Greninja EXs, a lot of basic EXs cards. But we still had vintage, we still had some illustrations. I think this stack will go around the $30 mark. But already, if the stack goes for 30, which I'm very confident that stack, because it has this awesome vintage Glaceon EX, and people like evolutions, and this one's really well centered. Didn't even look at the back. Back's not so great. Back's not so great, but okay. I do think that one's going to go for at least $30 though. The Flareon at $325 after fees, we have made $60 on the Flareon. It was not sold via promoted listing, so I didn't pay an extra ad fee for that. So that one sold. I am already up $60 on that $220 play. You're talking about buying sealed stuff and investing, and it's like, this is the stuff I constantly am talking about. I am making money every single day, and I'm not even a vendor. I don't go to shows. I'm not interacting with tons of people. I go to shops. I try and negotiate. I always try and get a good chunk of cards. I did not have my I didn't have my harness on me, and I just didn't. I think my phone was almost dead, so I didn't feel like recording a transaction for these ones. And honestly, guys, it wasn't that entertaining. I just was like shot off the cuff. I was like, $220. I'll give you $220 for all these cards. This set just came out. My argument was that these SIRs are going to be super volatile, and they probably will be. But I also know that this hobby is getting hotter and hotter. So I knew that someone was probably going to fold. And let's be honest, guys. This Flareon has a really good shot at a 10. Look at the centering on this. It has a stupid good shot at a 10. So if this Flareon doesn't get a 10 for the person who bought it, I'm going to feel bad for them, because I almost wanted to grade this, but I told you guys I'm not a huge fan of the prismatic SIRs, and this is absolute proof that I'm not. Just like the Gengar VMAX, I think that these, I think that like when a card looks goofy enough to me, I just like, I don't want it. And this card is still beautiful, right? It's still a gorgeous card. I like it, but I told you guys from the beginning, I think the Terra Crowns are a gimmick that is one of the worst that Pokemon has ever come out with, and I'm not about it, and I'm gonna let somebody else buy it who can appreciate it more than me. But yeah, this guy is sold and basically paid for that lot, and now we've got all these other cards. Palafin and Ogerpon are both listed. Palafin and Ogerpon are both listed. I'm gonna grade the Surging Sparks Phanpy and the Blaziken VMAX. Those are going to go in the grading pile. And this one's going to go in the grading pile from the homie. Yo, appreciate you. That one's going in the grading pile. I feel like I would be wasting my time sending the Eevee in for grading. I don't know. I'm going to put the Eevee on the grading pile. The Munkidori has great front centering. You know what? But the Munkidori only has white dots on it too. I think I'm going to send the Munkidori in, because if it at least 9s and the market goes up a little bit on Shrouded Fable, that'll be good. What's crazy is we're having the Persian and Shrouded Fable do crazy numbers. The Munkidori is fire, right? Like, granted, the colors are beautiful. The SIR is not like amazing artwork, but still, you know what? If this card 10'd, this would be a card that I would actually keep, and I would be someone to talk up the Munkidori. One thing that I've noticed recently, and I probably should grade both of these, honestly, again, all these prismatic cards were great. These all three of these, as you can notice, came from the same Demigod pack. These were the only cards that came from the same home. Everything else kind of came from different people that went into the shop. But I think all these came from the Demigod pack. They're all in really good condition. So now it's just got to be getting the Palafin and the Ogerpon, getting these gone. And hopefully I can make $100 off these, or at least 70 or 80 after fees. And then that will get me to $150. If I could sell these within the day, that would get me to $150 pretty much overnight that I'd make on those. And then I just have to wait out the auction on the rest of this bulk right here. But yeah, okay. Another thing, so yesterday I wasted all this time waiting outside of GameStop. I know I'm going to get trolled for that, but it's okay. I'm willing to admit when I make mistakes too, because I was really excited about it, guys. And I'm going to clip in the Walmart video, because I spent time going out there, and that was like the only productive thing that I got out of it, was that I ran into the guy to talk about distribution. But because I was out front all morning, and I even texted one of the employees. I was like, hey man, I know you guys don't get in until, noon or until 11. But I've been here since 8. No one else is here. If I were to go home and come back, would that be chill? Would you basically like hold a spot in line with me? Because I've been here all morning. And I sent, a photo of me literally sitting in the car in front of the GameStop. So it was proof that like, hey dude, I'm the first person here. Anyways, someone canceled my Greninja EX. This freaking turd canceled my Greninja EX after I shipped it out this morning. So I had to spend 2 hours yesterday at the post office. So I had to leave my place at the GameStop to go to the post office to rectify this and see if our postal team could find that mail. It took them 2 hours to go through mounds of mail to find my one single card that this person canceled on. This is the oldest trick in the book. I don't care how I sound saying this. I don't believe it was the truth one bit. He said that his son got a hold of his phone and bought a bunch of high-end cards, right? Oldest trick in the book. I've heard this one before, and I'm not a dick. I'm not going to tell people, no, I'm not canceling. You already paid. If there's a situation where it's already shipped, right, and they had time to cancel, I'm not canceling it. I'm not going out of my way when I've already put the customer first and shipped stuff out first. I'm not doing that for you. I'm always putting customers first, and I hate it when they do some irresponsible BS like that. And then on top of that, after they bought it, they sent me this long message. No kid is sending that message. I just don't think a kid is that, like, I don't know. Definitely seemed like they were covering up for the fact that they overpaid on it maybe. Which I think it was 100% worth overpaying on. I still think it's worth overpaying on. If no one buys that Greninja in the next week or two, I am sending that thing off to grading. My second submission has now been received at PSA, and it's in research and ID, which means I can get started on my third big stack submission. And that Greninja is a card that I would send in and would be pretty confident that it's going to get a 10. So even the 500 for me isn't as good as I know I can do. I know that I get that card graded. If it gets a 9, it's still going to be worth 500. It's still going to be worth 500. It's going to be a mint Greninja EX. And I'll wait. If it's not worth 500, I'll just wait a little bit longer. But it's a win-win to grade that card, so I'm dealing with that. But because I left my post at GameStop, I ended up going back at like 1 o'clock because I waited there till 12:30 and no one even showed up 30 minutes after GameStop was supposed to open. So I go back at like 1 o'clock or 2 or 3 o'clock after I've dealt with all the postal stuff because I had to leave my post at like 12:30. So yeah, it must have been at least 2:33 when I went back to GameStop. And I was like, bro, I waited here all morning. And he was like, dude, Blooming Waters doesn't release till tomorrow. That's what I told you. And I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so low IQ. I went that morning when Prismatic released and I didn't get anything because I went there early and no one was there. And then I went back like an hour later after breakfast and I spent some time with the girls like I told you guys in that video. And there's a huge line going out the door. So this time I just said, dude, I took a huge L today. I feel completely like an idiot. I'm worn out. Can you just hold one Bloomin' Waters box for me? Just hold one for me. And I might still go today just to see if there is a line and get that content for you guys. But I'm burnt out. I didn't spend very much time with my family yesterday. I spent too much time over-prioritized getting a stupid box. And then this idiot on eBay freaking did me the whole runaround. And I think a lot of people are going to say, Orion, you were in the right on eBay. You did not have to honor that return, that cancellation. You had already shipped the card out. They had over a full night to figure out what they were going to do. And instead, they hit you in the morning after it shipped, which really just seems like a scam to me, to be honest with you. Yes, guys, I'm not an idiot. They have been blocked off my eBay. I rarely block people. I won't block you if you want to cancel something. I won't block you if you don't pay for something. But I will block you if you buy a very expensive card. You have a day to rectify it or deal with it or say that it's not what you want. And then especially if I've already shipped it and I've prioritized your needs and getting that card to you as soon as possible. And it's going to be, especially if it's a high-end card, it's going to be authenticated. That whole process, guys, takes like 2 weeks. A card that's over $250 is not only going to take a week to ship, it's going to have to go to Santa Ana. They're going to have to authenticate it. Then it's going to have to ship back. Then they're going to have to cancel it. Then they're going to have to ship it back, take their freaking sweet time to ship it back. And I was not about to be out of a card for 2 to 3 weeks. So I did cancel and I honored it. I didn't want to risk bad feedback. Technically, they could still leave me bad feedback, even though they never really bought anything because they did end up going through with payment. So they could leave me bad feedback. So far, so good this morning. I think they felt guilty enough that they picked up my entire day and up the day for the post office people. That's what you guys need to understand. If you are buying and you're being impulsive, you need to know that you're not just affecting the seller, you're also affecting the whole postal team if they have to go through something like that and rummage around looking for your package. I like did my homework. I found the eBay listing. I had this long receipt of all the stuff I shipped out yesterday, and I circled the tracking and I gave it to them. And still, you're looking at a long number. You have to go through mounds of postage to find that tracking number. I can't believe they found it. And I told him, I sent him a message, and I'm like, I'm going to try and rectify this for you, but I'm telling you right now, if they don't find it, you're stuck with this decision. And say what you will, guys, about me as a seller. I think a lot of people in my position would have been just as upset. I've worked really hard on all my sales. I've worked really hard to keep my reputation up, and I work really hard to be kind to people and give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But this instant, I could not give the benefit of the doubt, because it is not the first time I've heard my kid got my phone and bought all this high-end stuff. I've heard that excuse so many times, and some people might say, well, Ryan, doesn't that seem like it's a pattern, a reoccurring pattern? Like, maybe this is actually happening to people. No, I think it's really sleazy, and I think it's easy to blame it on your kid. If your kid gets your phone and buys stuff, that's just you being an irresponsible parent, right? Your kid shouldn't even be attached to a tablet. They shouldn't even have a phone. We don't even let Aspen on the tablet more than an hour a day, right? Screen time is terrible for your kid. So I get it. You left your phone somewhere. Be more responsible. You're an adult. Keep track of your stuff. Anyways, that was that. Got those cards. We talked about that collection. I got that sale. Greninja is back safely. Hopefully someone will buy it who actually appreciates it, or I'll just grade it. And then we can find out, was I right? Did that person just miss out on a $500 PSA 10 Greninja potentially? We'll find out, because I'm going to grade this next lot soon. I need about 40 more cards. And then once I have close to 100 cards, I'm going to submit again, guys. I'm going to do another big submission. The first one did well. The second one is now in research and ID, so that'll probably go quickly. I feel like PSA is getting back on top of things. They're getting stricter through grading, so a lot of people are about to get wrecked on their submissions, and hopefully that will keep people from submitting like animals right now. Everybody's submitting stuff, and I'm sure PSA right now is doing the karate chop against everybody getting PSA 10s, right? Because they have updated the verbiage. It is now not 60-40 anymore, is gone. That is the thing of the past. It is now 45, 55, 75, 25 back, which means that they're going to get stricter and they're going to be like, ew. Okay, so another thing, I got this epic gift box. This is a Tempest gift box. I picked this up for $1,000. Someone found it in their closet. I swear to God, eBay has some of the coolest things still. Like, I would never find this at a convention. I'm telling you right now, conventions never have cool gift boxes like these. The 3 that I went to, both regionals and the 2 Collecticons in Charlotte, they never had gift boxes. I've never seen one in the stores here. I've never seen anybody carrying this. I've never seen one auctioned. This is the first time I ever saw one auctioned, and I won for $1,027. This is a steal, guys. This thing is an absolute robbery. So back, let's rewind. Back in 2019, 2020, this box, I knew a guy, Doc Nostalgia. He was a big seller on eBay. He sold me a lot of my empty booster boxes that I wanted to create a display. He had a really cool loft in his house, and he had a really cool display that he's really well known for. His Instagram is insane. He honestly should have made a YouTube, but his Instagram is insane. Doc Nostalgia. Not trying to plug him in because we haven't really done anything in a long time, but I do think it's a really cool channel. And that's what gave me, if anybody wondering the inspiration for this, it came from Doc Nostalgia. Creativity, everything, every idea, it stems from somewhere, right? So that guy basically, he basically inspired me to go hard with getting a display set up. So anyways, he paid $2,000 for his Tempest box. As soon as I found one, I think for $1,500 or $1,700, I found one for in that range, and it's behind my slabs right here. I bought it. I got this one for $1,027, right? I completely blew it out of the water, right? The fact that someone paid $2,000 for this 4 years ago, and the fact that I just picked one up for half is insane, guys. Now, why, Orion, is this so important? One, that it comes with a Tempest. It comes with an exclusive theme deck. So does the Thunderstorm, right? This is going to get lost to time, right? And I have the Thunderstorm back here. This one's open, but we're gonna pick it up real quick just for the sake of the story. Here you have the set. You have the Thunderstorm and you have the Tempest. They each come with an exclusive deck and they each come with 3 packs. This one comes with Rocket, Base 2, and Gym Heroes, right? Pretty cool, but not like super hype. And I kept I think 1 or 2 packs from each of the boxes I've bought open, and then I sold the other packs. And I have some listed right now. I think I have a Base 2 Pidgeot pack listed that's like potentially a heavy. Okay. And then you got the Tempest, which has the Tempest specific theme deck that can only be found exclusively in this product. So Tempest decks just are very rare, and they're worth probably twice as much as the Thunderstorm decks because these are easy to find. They pop up every now and again. They're still cool, but you can still get burned on buying one and opening it and getting like light packs with nothing in them. You're going to open them up. You're not going to get a hit. You could get burned on buying one of these. This one, the packs themselves kind of make up the value if you can pick it up for something like $1,000, right? This has base pack, this has base set, base pack, this has base set, fossil, and jungle. This has the 3 bangers, the 3 like OGs are in this box and as the Tempest. Those packs alone right now, I think base set packs, just in general, unweighed base set packs are worth like around $500. When I was buying mine, that we've opened at 5,000 subscribers. We'll open them again at 7,500 subscribers. So guys, subscribe. If you want to just see me open cool shit, subscribe. I never ask for subscriptions. I don't ask for you to hit the like button. I just make videos. That's what I do, and I hope that people enjoy it. I don't do giveaways. Nothing I do incentivizes people other than watching the videos and hearing me rant about this stuff. That's why I want this channel to grow. I don't want it to be artificial. Anyways, we will open more stuff at 7,500 subs. We're coming around to 6,600 right now. We are about 900 subs off from hitting that 7,500 sub number. And then, boom, we are going to open a heavy base set pack and pull the Charizard, baby. Maybe. I don't know. We might not pull the Charizard. We might pull a Venusaur. If not, I'll cry. Okay. But yeah, got a really good deal on that. So that's that update. I also did pick up some new toys. Mainly as props on eBay, but we did pick up some new toys. I picked up these freaking adorable Evolutions. I could not help myself. I really want the Umbreon now, but yep, I did it, guys. I freaking did it. I used some of my profits. I bought some freaking toys. They look really cool in the eBay listings, so I had to grab them. I know it's childish, but my kids can still play with these, and the quality of these toys lately are so freaking good. Look at the Mewtwo I picked up a couple days ago, but look at the freaking Mewtwo, bro. The Mewtwo is sick. The quality of these is absolutely phenomenal. And another Psychic. And I picked up a bunch of little small ones, but dude, the Alakazam is sick. Okay, anyways, I have all my buddies on the table with me here, and it's actually like, it's cool. There's like a bunch of little toys. It looks dope. It's gonna look cool for the eBay listings. Anything else we have to go over? I think that's everything. I think I went over everything in this video today. Good luck on your Bloomin' Waters today. I am probably still going to swing by my GameStop and see if there's a line out there just to see. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching my videos, and keep it up out there, and let me know what you think. What is up, guys? So I went to my GameStop, and unfortunately, I did miss the crowd. All of the GameStops in this area are sold out on the Bloomin' Waters 151 box. So I struck out on that, which is unfortunate. Like I said, early bird gets the worm. Except not! We got it! Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so we did get the Bloomin' Waters box. This is a beautiful box. I really don't want to break this down. Got 2 of my favorite Pokemon right on it. The display aspect of this looks amazing. But we're going to open this because I told you guys that I was going to try and pull every single card from 151, and we are still trying to do that. Furthermore, 151 is my favorite set of Scarlet and Violet, so it would only be right to open up this bad boy in hopes that we find some more gradable grails, modern grails. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for that, and that's just the last piece of this video to tie everything together. Happy Bloomin' Waters Day to you guys on the East Coast, and good luck with your pulls. I hope you guys get lots of Charizards. we need the Nidoking illustration, and we also need the hyper rare Mew illustration. So that's going to be good. I'm excited about that. That should be fun. And yeah, my second PSA submission is in research and ID. So that's really good because it has like all of my 151 bangers. So stay tuned for that, guys. Peace.